I'm a Christian Zionist. I'm a Christian Zionist for a lot of reasons, and I would like to educate Tucker Carlson on what Christian Zionism is versus what it's not. And what it is not is it is not a heresy. It is not a pariah on the Christian faith, and it's not an extrapolation that a few theologians came up with a few hundred years ago. It is a fundamental, ultimate, central, and basic tenet inside the Christian faith. It harkens back to God's eternal covenant with Abraham, where he chose a particular people who would be living in a particular land, and he made an eternal covenant around that. He promised that those particular people living in that land would bring spiritual blessings to all nations. We have every reason to thank the Jewish people for playing that role over thousands of years. Israel is returned into the land from the four quarters of the earth. A modern miracle, modern times, a modern nation anticipated by God. That's why so many of us, including many of our political leaders, are in support of a strong U.S.-Israel collaboration, because it is precisely out of the book of Isaiah and Ezekiel that God anticipated that the nations, the kings, would come. They would help rebuild their walls, which we see in the modern Iron Dome defense missile systems. We see God stepping in through the Gentile kings and leaders to play a dynamic role in the restoring of the modern state of Israel. God said that the nation that will not serve you will perish and be utterly destroyed. Isaiah 60, verses 9 and 10. I'm so thankful for a strong U.S.-Israel collaboration, and I am so thankful for the Christian Zionists in the United States of America.
Israel's a miracle.
I stand with Israel.
I stand with Israel.
I stand with Israel.
I stand with Israel today and every day.
I stand with Israel.
I stand with Israel today, tomorrow, and every day after that.
Who matters more to Congress, Americans or Israel? I've been reporting from inside the U.S. Capitol ever since October 7th, and 3 recent insane episodes have shown me how inexplicably committed the U.S. political machine on both sides of the aisle is to Israel, and how much disdain these politicians have for anything or anyone that gets in the way of that support, including Americans.
We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel. We stand with Israel.
First, in July, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, who is wanted by the International Criminal Court on war crimes charges, visited Washington, D.C. This was the 3rd time he visited D.C. since the anti-war Donald Trump was re-elected. Amid all the fanfare and revelry, I asked 7 Republican senators if they knew how many Americans had been killed in the past 21 months by the government they were sending blank checks to. Each senator either had no idea, did not believe me when I told them how many Americans had been killed, or simply had no interest in the question itself. 2 days later, Israeli settlers brutalized 20-year-old Palestinian American Saifullah Musallat. For hours, the settlers, as well as the Israeli military, blocked ambulances from reaching him and another Palestinian they attacked, who was named Mohammed al-Shalabi. Both of them were killed.
A U.S. citizen beaten to death by Israeli settlers.
Saifullah Musallat was only 20 years old.
Today, Saif Musallat's family is demanding an American investigation into his death.
After the killings, I reached out to the same 7 senators, giving them more information about the other American victims they all apparently didn't know about, and to ask for their reaction to the latest killing. None of them responded. And I didn't just approach these 7 senators, because earlier that week, there were 14 senators from both sides of the aisle who took a very chummy photo with Netanyahu. I wanted to know what they were thinking about the killing, too. Among the group was Democratic leader Chuck Schumer, as well as Amy Klobuchar, Adam Schiff, and Cory Booker. So I reached out to all 14 senators who, at the time, had not publicly commented on Saifullah, and I asked if they had any reaction to the killing, or what they would say to the leader they had just taken a photo with. None responded.